Okay, this is problem 4 of section 1.2 from our class exercises. It says solve the following equation by completing the square. This is one of my all-time favorites. A lot of people do not like this process, but I love it. X squared plus 6x equals 55. It's kind of set up to begin with. You want that lead coefficient to be 1. You want your x squared and your x term on one side, and you want the constant term on the other. And this is the jargon that you can use. Basically, you take half of the middle term and square it, and you add that to both sides, and it will factor into this, or you add it and it factors. So you complete the square when you're dealing with the inequality. But let's get to the problem now. In this particular problem, your b value there is a 6. The middle term has the coefficient of a 6. That's a linear term, power of 1. Half of 6 is 3, and 3 squared is 9. So you take that 9 and you add it to both sides. You made this into a perfect square. And that is not written correctly, so let me type that in correctly. There. So now we have x plus 3, which is what the left side factored into. 55 plus 9 is 64. Now that you've got it a perfect square on the left, take the square root of both sides. When you take the square root on the left, you get an x plus 3. When you take the square root on the right, you get 8, but be sure to allow for that plus and minus. Now it's time to separate your two individual equations. X plus 3 equals 8, x plus 3 equals negative 8. Subtract 3 from both sides. The first equation gives you 5. The second one will give you negative 11. This works real well if you can get the coefficient to the lead term to be 1 and the middle term is even. If that's not the case, then it's probably just as easy to use the quadratic formula, which I believe is the next video.